Hello, sixth grade. Today is Thursday, October 29th, and today in class we talked about our spiders article that we read yesterday, and then we moved on and read a new piece titled Zombies Are Real. So starting with first things first, you should have your spiral notebook. If you don't have one, go get it so you can write down some notes. This is what we have in our planner. We wrote down to make sure that you're reading your leveled reader. Wednesday is the due date for your leveled reader project. Everybody has the same due date, Wednesday. Also, if you fix up anything on your spider answers, make sure you write that down for homework and turn it in to me tomorrow. For spelling, you should be studying because you have a test tomorrow, same day as everybody else. So everybody takes the test on Friday. Then, last but not least, we wrote down we're going to waggle for 10 minutes. And we'll waggle for 10 minutes again tomorrow. So you should have a total of 40 minutes by the end of the week. All right, let's move on to maybe, click out of that, there we go. When you read about reasons why we should like spiders, you had to answer question number 5, and we did not answer that question together. We just talked about this question and we answered that one together to kind of show how to make sure you're filling out your writing. I know that I have preached and preached that you need to use your races writing. You need to use your races writing. But I don't want your races writing to kill your writing. Make sure that you're always writing all of the answer. Write down everything you know. Just because races writing just asks you to make sure you answer the question, if you know more than one answer, you should fill out your answer with all the things you know. So, for instance, I wonder if I can write on this. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting smarter. If we use this question, yes, in the text, the author notes that many people are spooked by spiders. Why do you think that is? And so we had a few minutes to brainstorm, why do we think people get spooked by spiders? And while kids were doing that, I was starting us out. I don't want to upload it. I want a text box. I'm going to start us out with, how about orange? It's almost Halloween. A topic sentence. People are spooked by spiders for many reasons. All right. And then the kids came up with several different reasons why they thought people would get spooked by spiders. So we started out with the transition one reason because it helps frame what our paragraph's going to look like. One reason is that they move like ninjas when they attack or when they hide. So they're quick and they can, they can change directions really fast, and so that's one reason why people thought they were spooky. So since I started with one reason, I'll move on with a similar kind of transition to the next idea, and I'll say another reason is they may have a poisonous bite. And finally, so here I'm showing you that I had one reason, a second reason, and this is going to be my last reason because I say finally. They have an exoskeleton and multiple beady eyes, which makes them look creepy. And that's the gist of our paragraph. You could end it with a ending, concluding sentence, but that kind of gives you the gist of what I'm trying to prove today. that if a text asks you, why do you think people are spooked? Or if a question asks you that, don't limit it to just one reason and one citation. There might be lots of reasons, so I want you to make sure that you are filling in all that you know when you answer a question. Use races writing to help make sure that you're remembering to cite your evidence and explain your answers, but always give all of your answer in the answer part. I hope that makes some sense. So, moving on, you should have turned in this page. This is what was due today. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the spider article. Then, today, we read Zombies Are Real. We talked about nonfiction text features like the title and the subtitle here, Zombies Are Real. This is no Halloween make-believe story. Real zombies are out there, maybe in your own backyard. And then this previews the text. Zombies are terrifying, but they're the work of fiction, so there's nothing to worry about, right? In this informational text, Catherine Hulick discusses how some organisms or life forms can infect and control the minds of other insects and animals, creating real-life zombies. As you read, take notes on how organisms are able to take control of other creatures' minds. I'm a frog, I can't get out of there. So in class, we did a choral read, which I will do with you, on the first page and then the first paragraph of the second page. And I'm going to explain to you what you will do. You will choose either brains, 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 so here's a heading, the next section, or you can skip to just soul-sucking wasps, and you can read this section. So the second heading is soul-sucking wasps, or you can go to the third heading, brain worms, and you can read this section. So we're going to read the beginning together, then you're going to choose which section you want. After you read whichever section you choose, you will write a very short 2 or 3 slide slideshow showing, well, I shouldn't say showing. Pretend like I haven't read it, and I want you to teach me what I need to know about brain worms and how they create zombies, or soul-sucking wasps and how they create zombies, or brains, 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 and what that has to do with zombies. So back to the beginning. Read with me, please. Sorry. Not a good day to be reading a lot. Sorry. A zombie crawls through the forest. So you're reading along with me. We're reading like we're in choir together. When it reaches a good spot, it freezes in place. A stalk slowly grows from its head. The stalk then spews out spores that spread, turning others into zombies. This is no Halloween story about the zombie apocalypse. It's all true. The zombie isn't a human, though. It's an ant. And the stalk that emerges from its head is a fungus. Its spores infect other ants, which lets the zombie cycle begin anew. In order to grow and spread, this fungus must hijack an ant's brain. However weird this might seem, it isn't all that unusual. The natural world is full of zombies under mind control. Zombie spiders and cockroaches babysit developing wasp larvae until the babies devour them. Zombie fish flip around and dart toward the surface of the water, seeming to beg for birds to eat them. Zombie crickets, beetles, and praying mantises drown themselves in water. Zombie rats are drawn to the smell of the pee of cats that may devour them. All of these zombies have one thing in common: parasites. A parasite lives inside or on another creature known as its host. A parasite may be a fungus, a worm, or another tiny creature. All parasites eventually weaken or sicken their hosts. Sometimes the parasite kills or even eats its host. But death of the host isn't the freakiest goal. A parasite might get its host to die in a certain place. or be eaten by a certain creature. In order to accomplish these tricks, some parasites have evolved the ability to hack into the host's brain and influence its behavior in very specific ways. How do parasites turn insects and other animals into the walking almost dead? Every parasite has its own method, but the process usually involves altering chemicals within the victim's brain. Researchers are working hard to identify which chemicals are involved and how they end up so bizarrely altering their host's behavior. So the gist of this article is to talk about a few different parasites and how they cause their host to act in a weird way to benefit the parasite. So you're choosing brains, 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 or you can read about soul-sucking wasps, or you can read brainworms. You can read them all if you want to, but pick one, and you're going to make me a quick slideshow. I go over here, your slideshows, you click slides. If you don't remember how to make a slideshow, and you tell it you want a new blank one. And basically you just need to, like you're teaching me about your creature, and just use a few slides. 5 is the maximum. And if you want to add in new slides, you click this plus button. You can add in new slides, and you can insert pictures by going to Insert Image, search the web. There it goes. And I can look up pictures of things I want, and I can insert them in there, and I can type in there and do however I like. That is your mission for today. If you have questions, please ask me at our meet. Adios.